Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started on our backs. Yep. I take it. So once you're here, yeah, you can have your legs extended or knees bent if you want, and just take a little bit more time to settle and ground.
Yeah.
Now that I see, I'm going to just adjust you a little bit though. Now just again, once I'm standing, so I won't be headless. Oh. Perfect. So each time you exhale, just have a sense of releasing downwards. And you can start to even out your inhales with your exhales. Absolutely. Start to extend your exhalations out just a tad bit longer. And then slowly bring your arms out to the side, and you'll start to keep your hands down onto the floor and do a little snow angel here. Bend your elbows as your arms lift up. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So you're kind of sliding out and down. Perfect. It's nice because this floor is a little bit on the smoother side, so it's a little easier. Just kind of feel out how the shoulders are. And then slowly as you reach your arms up overhead, you can cross your right ankle over your left ankle, and you can take hold of your right wrist and side bend slightly. Yeah. It doesn't have to be an excessive movement, just where you can move it up. And then gently switch. And slowly, as you come right back center, perfect. You're going to bring your right knee to your chest and just start to do a little circle of your right leg. Yep. And then slowly start to stretch out your legs, leg forward if not already. Yeah, and so that way the flexors open. Yeah, and then from here, your right foot, inhale, reach up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, rebend. Yeah. inhale, reach right up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, pull your knee towards your chest. Yeah, there we go. So you're just kind of flexing and releasing the hamstrings is basically what I'm trying to do. Now, whenever you're ready, just hold your leg upwards, and you can interlace your hands and place it behind your right hamstring. Or if you have a strap or a cowl, you can always place it across the arch of your foot. So be gentle here, because sometimes the hamstrings, well, they have a tendency to fight back, right? And then gently, you're going to turn your toes at an angle, open in the direction of your right shoulder. So just kind of moving up in a different area of the hamstrings as well as inner thighs. And then as you exhale, gently bring the leg across your body just a few inches to open up into the outer hip. Yeah, you can bend your knee if you need. Generally, always get some sort of reaction. But just breathe into the outer hip. And slowly, you're going to come right back. Center. Beautiful. And then set your right foot down. And just draw your left knee in. Same things. First one, keep your left knee just drawn in little circles here. Slowly as you come back, center, inhale, reach your left foot up towards the ceiling, bend it, inhale, reach up, and bend it, yeah. Yeah, you might not feel it immediately, but it's a good movement, Whenever you're ready, hold it upwards, and again, you can take hold of the strap if you have it, kitchen towel, and reach it up. And then pause right there and see if you're tensing up your shoulders or your low back. Yeah, and see if you can let go of that a little. And gently turn your toes on an angle in the direction of your left shoulder now. And as you exhale, gently bring the heel across your body. Might be a few inches, it might be a lot. Yeah, just remember, this whole side is a whole different side, so. And then slowly as you come right back, center. Yeah, and then this time just bring both knees in towards your chest. Yeah, and then both legs symmetrically. Inhale, you're going to reach it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, Inhale, reach it all the way up. Exhale, rebend. Yeah, again, be quite gentle here. Then just hold both feet up towards the ceiling and start to flex point your toes, circle your ankles. Yeah, and then slowly when you're ready, set both feet down. I'm just going to get a little bit more into the outer ribs. So let's bring your right ankle right above your left knee. Okay, and then from here, start gradually. Yeah, so you're just going to move a little bit side to side. Yeah, and as you get more and more warmed up, gradually make it bigger and bigger. Perfect. And then whenever you want to hold it, bring your foot towards the side mirrors. And just kind of go, yeah, holding it there. So whatever, yeah, variations that you like. Or you can continue to move. Slowly, you're going to come right back, center and set both feet. Right back down, and this time the left ankle comes right above your right knee. And then just move gradually, and then feel free to gradually make this movement bigger and bigger. And then bring it into a little twist here. Yeah. Whatever like variation that keeps your low back happy. And gradually, if you come right back center, set both feet hip width and parallel, and just do those tiny, tiny little low back stretch. Exhale, press your low back down. Inhale, bring your low back into a neutral position. Exhale, press it down. Perfect. Just to kind of make sure low back didn't get irritated. Yeah, so keep your hips down on the floor. It's a really subtle little movement. You're isolating into the low back muscles. Great, and then you're gonna come right back up. So you can come into a fetal position and then roll up. Yeah, and then once you're here, just extend your right leg straight out, left leg draws in. So inhale, you're gonna reach up, and as you exhale, side bend towards the right leg. Left hand behind your head, inhale, lift your elbow up, and then exhale, release it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. So this is just one of the options. If you prefer to kind of do more of a big movement, you can start to rotate your top arm over, or maybe it's a little bit more about shoulders. So I'd say go into whatever that you like. And on this next exhalation, you're going to come into a little twist. So left hand behind you, right hand onto your left knee, and then gently twist. And then from here, just do a little shake of your head. Yeah, so you're looking over right shoulder, looking over left shoulder. And if you want, you can kind of do this double spiral of looking over your right shoulder, draw your left shoulder gently back. Nice. Yeah. And if you lift your chin up or down, that's also going to change up the sensation. So feel free to experiment to see what feels the best to you. And slowly as you come back center, left elbow over your right, either give yourself a big hug or come into full Gardasana and gradually start to make movements here up and down, sideways, little twists. And slowly as you unwind, reach your arms up, and then this time hinge towards the outstretched leg, leaning forward. So stay really nice and long to the spine. And slowly as you lift right back up, like switch your legs. Bring your left leg out, right leg in. Really shouldn't be that hard. And you can reach your arms up. And then exhale, side bend. And again, any little movements here, yeah. I'm just gonna stay right here until this dislodges from my ribs.
Baby in the way.
Oh, baby's taking up too much room. Way too much room. I'm just gonna get evicted very soon. I think the worst for me is for some reason I can feel fingers sometimes, and that is
weird.
that's really weird. Trust me. Like, it's so weird. And it's not a common thing too. My doctor was horrified when I told her. Who knows, he'll be a piano player maybe. Not right now. And then, okay, there we go. And then as you slowly come right back up, feel free to come into a little twist. And again, just shake your head yes and no. Then gently, whenever you're ready, out, look over your left shoulder and keep your right shoulder back. You can lift your chin up or down. Yeah, so make actual small movements and kind of see what really relaxes the neck. This is one of my favorites if you've ever waken up with a tight neck. Kind of really helps loosen it up. Slowly as you come right back up, right elbow over your left, so you can give yourselves a big hug, or come into full guard asana and just continue to move. And then gradually unravel your arms and hinge towards the outstretched leg and lean forward. Yeah, feel free to lean a lot further than that. So this one, I would say, try to keep your right sit bone down so you just get a little bit of a further stretch for the right low back. And slowly as you come up, draw the soles of your feet together. Knees apart. Again, if you want your outer hips to open up more, just draw your heels closer to you. Otherwise, draw your toes further away from you. And then hinge forward slightly. You can always slide your forearms behind your calves. I'm just going to move a little bit side to side. Yeah. Whatever that you need at this point. And then slowly, as you come right back up, cross your ankles, roll for your shins, and just come up to hands and knees. Just underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So take your time. You can come into a few cat cows here. Yeah. Feel free to have as many cows as you want there. And then from here, start to add on any sort of movement. So you can sweep your hips to one side, you can chin up, chest up, and then you can always get shoulders a little bit more involved. So any movements, big or small, that you prefer. And then I'm actually going a little bit more symmetrical here. So as you exhale, slide back into child's pose, and then inhale, bend your elbows, chin up, chest up, wide across collarbones. And exhale, just continue here. you exhale, yeah, slide back into child's pose and really briefly, I'm gonna have you walk your hands over towards the right and just kind of open up into the left side of your back. And then switch. Good. Slowly as you come right back up, tuck your toes, and when you're ready, come into your down dog. So start to treat out your heels, shake out your head, and I would say start really wide. So have your feet about not width apart, fingertips spread really wide, and yeah, treat out your heels. One heel lifts and the other heel lifts, and perfect. That way you're stretching out into the feet. When you stretch out into the feet, so much easier to stretch out into the whole backs of your legs. All right, so I'm going to do just a tiny little twist. So you're going to walk, keep your feet pretty wide. Walk your hands halfway down the mat. And once you're here, you're going to bring your right hand to your left ankle and do a little bit of a twist. Yeah, there we go, that's it. And this is giving you a little bit more of opening up in between the shoulders. So if your hamstrings are feeling really tight or rebellious, walk your hands closer to your toes. And then as you exhale, just simply switch. There we go. Good. And then slowly bring your hands going back down and walk them all the way to your feet. And your feet are going to be wide, so maybe take hold of opposite elbows and just swing a little bit side to side. Great, keep your knees pretty soft. Nice. And then draw your feet just a little bit wider, toes out, heels in. And then bend your knees, hands right above your knees, and just move a little bit side to side. And then from here, you can drop one shoulder towards your left knee, and then vice versa. Oh. And then just slowly right back all the way up. Then inhale, shoulders up. And then exhale, roll them right back down. Okay, and then from here, you're going to draw your feet in. Let's walk it towards the top of the mat here. Okay, inhale, keep your knees really soft, reach your arms out and up. And then as you exhale, hinge forward, hands right above or below the knees. Inhale, halfway up, really into the spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Long inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up overhead. Take a look at your right wrist, side bend towards the left. Inhale, you're going to come right back up, side bend towards the right. Inhale, lift right back up, and exhale, re-hinge towards the legs. Hands above or below the knees, inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Long inhale, lift your right back up. Again, take a look at your right wrist, side bend towards the left. And take a look at your left wrist, side bend towards the right. Good. Inhale, you're going to come right back up, and then exhale, hinge. Okay, so once you're here, you're going to round down into your right foot, and let's step back with your left. And then bring your back foot to a 45-degree angle. So let's come into warrior one. Reach your arms all the way up and through your front knee. Shoulders, rib cage are fairly square. And as you exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, straighten out your front leg as your arms lift. And then exhale, rebend. That's it. Inhale, reaching right back up. And then exhale, bend. Now this time you're going to release your arms down and you're going to sweep your arms up as you lift your back heel up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release your heels down as your arms release down. Inhale, lift your back heel. Good. Exhale, release right back down. Good. One more in. And then exhale. So this next time you're going to grind down into your front foot and then lift your back heel, cover an inch or two off the floor. Yeah, there we go. And then as you exhale, set those feet right back down. Knees are soft. Inhale, return out and out. And then exhale as you hinge, hands on to the ground or onto the blocks. Ground down into your left foot. And you're going to step back with your right. Back to a 45-degree angle. Bend through the front knee. Returns all the way up. Yeah. There we go. So finding that setting this down. And then exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, straighten out your front leg as your arms lift. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Okay, release your arms down, and this time lift your back heel up as your arms lift. Exhale, release your back heel down, release down. Lift. And then exhale. Yeah, there we go. One more in. And then this time, hover your back toes an inch or two off the floor. Don't worry if you feel extra wobbly. Exhale, set those feet either together or let them parallel. Bend your knees, fingertips scoop to the ground. Lift and scoop to the center pose. Good. And then exhale, straighten your legs as your arms release down. Good. Inhale, rebend as your arms lift. Shift so much weight in towards your heels. And then exhale, straighten as your arms release. And continue there. Inhale. Exhale. Now this next time, bend, and you're going to pause right here into chair, and then palms come together, trace them in line. Gently twist over towards the right. So maybe your left elbow comes outside of your right knee. Maybe it doesn't. Mine is certainly not going to. So you're going to ground down into your right foot. Carefully step back and move your left. Might take a couple tries. It's okay. Just always bring your hands down and then step back and then come back into this gentle little twist. Yeah, and then slowly you're going to reach all the way right back up. I know. Good. Then you're going to come into standing side splits, way more intimidating of a name than the actual pose, I think. So you can bring your hands onto the ground or onto the top. And then as you shift forward, start to lift your back leg up. Yeah, so hands all the way down. Don't worry about lifting the back leg so high. Again, this is where we were kind of going with that hamstring extension. And then as you exhale, slowly set both feet right back down. And then long inhale lifts you all the way up once again. Palms stick together, trace the midline. So that little sequence once again. So as you exhale, bend your knees, fingertips scoop to the ground, shift so much weight into your heels. And then you're going to stand right back up. So this is kind of warming up the glutes. Exhale. So nice little, basically it's a yoga squat. Okay. So this next time, as you bend, you're going to bring both palms together, trace the midline, and gently twist over towards the left. You can stay upright just like that. Perfect. Okay, and then this transition is more a practice of mindfulness than perfection. Okay, so you're going to ground down into your left foot and carefully step out to the right. It might take a couple tries, might be very different from side one. That's okay. Okay. And then slowly you're going to come right back up and come into high lunge.
Oh, don't do. Oh, put the leg up.
Yeah.
Pause right here. Ground down into your front foot. And then down as you exhale, you slowly lower your hands down onto the ground, onto bricks or hooks or blocks. Perfect. Yeah. So it's more of an extension of the leg that you really want here. And then exhale, set both feet right back down together. And then long inhale sweeps you all the way up. And then exhale, bring both hands together. And then release. Nice. Okay, so just kind of reopen everything. It's going to go wider before it folds. So let's face the mirrors. So we're on the same page. That means if you're Bill, you're fine. Feel free to face whichever direction feels the most comfortable. And then as you exhale, reach your arms up and then hinge all the way forward. Hands onto the ground, onto the blocks, onto, yeah. And you can bend one knee and then the other. Perfect. Yeah, so just remember when you want to open up a little bit more into the hamstrings, you're shifting your weight forward ever so slightly, so your joints stack up on one another, and that's when you're going to feel this opening in your hamstrings. And then slowly coming into a bit more of a twist. So as you bring your hands right back down, extend through the spine, right hand underneath your face, left hand on your hip, and then gently open up. Yeah. You can have your hand on your hip or you can elevate it up. Just make sure that the shoulders don't feel overly tight when you do whatever option that you want. And then slowly as you come back center, switch directions. And then slowly as you come right back center, perfect. Hands onto your hips, and I did this in class yesterday. Just start to kind of shift your hips a little bit side to side. Get a little bit more mobility in your sacrum, your pelvis. Because a lot of times when we sit or we're kind of in the same position for a prolonged period of time, I think we tend to lose a lot of mobility in our hips, yeah? And then from here, you can kind of go side to side. And yeah, start to circle here. But keep stable through your feet. Yeah, there we go. Learning a lot about pelvic floor, but I also think it could benefit everybody. All right. And then slowly as you come right back center, you're going to draw your feet in. Yeah, and remain facing the mirrors. So once you're here, your feet are going to be hip width parallel. I'm going to introduce a balance pose, but before we go there, really brief little check-in with your hip flexors. So when you bring your hands onto your hip flexors, so when you find your hip points and then kind of draw inwards, I would say about an inch or so, you're going to find this kind of spongy part, right? Okay, so here you want to find this neutral. So if you tip your hips back, you're going to find that it gets really loose. Yeah, so just your hips. And then, yeah, there we go. And then when you overly tuck forward, you find that it gets really, really tight. So what you want is you want to find this neutral where it feels firm, but not too tight, not too lax. And that's going to be your Goldilocks of neutral hips. Okay, so find that and then stay with that. Yeah, so your hips are going to stay really nice and stable, core is engaged. And then now let's go into a balance pose. So you're gonna ground down into your right foot, and since you're warmed up in your sides, at least I hope so, a left ankle comes right above your right knee. Oh boy. I was able to do it yesterday, and today's a whole different thing. And then from here, you can kind of slide your hips back just a tiny bit, and then hold it here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if this is a little too much on the knees, feel free to go into tree. That's fine too. Yeah, there we go. And then gently here, you're gonna come right back up, come back to that neutral position. Yeah? Okay, now you're gonna switch over to the other side. So you're gonna ground down into your left foot and then right ankle, right above your left knee. And you can slide your hips back. So you're letting the bigger muscles take over here.
Yeah, that stays the same.
Sorry?
Does it, you fall off balance when it does?
She's here. I don't have it muted.
Oh. What?
And then slowly, you're gonna come right back up and set both feet right back down. Yeah, so hips are still stable. Okay, now you're gonna come into Gardasana, legs. Because I haven't really been doing that lately. So you're gonna soften your knees, ground down into your right foot, and your left leg is gonna wrap over your right, okay? I would say you can always rest your left toes on the floor, or left toes can come on a block or something a little higher. Okay, bend your right knee, reach your arms out, and then left arm is gonna come under, and then come into full Gardasana. Yeah. So keep your hips, again, pretty neutral. Good, yeah. And then if you want, you can bend your elbow towards your knees. So I'm gonna bend your standing knee just a tiny bit more. Yep. Because both knees are bent. There we go, that's it, that's it. And then now you're gonna find your toes can hover if you want. I know, it's very pretzel-y. Good. And then slowly, you're gonna come right back up and set both feet down. I know. And then soften up your knees. You're gonna ground down into your left foot and then right leg over. So yeah, make sure your both knees are bent. Okay. Yes, there we go. Reach your arms out and then right arm under. Just confusing about this is right leg over and then right arm under. Just remember, balance poses especially, it's a practice of mindfulness. Just like these transitions between these poses rather than the pose itself. And then slowly unravel and set both feet right back down. I know, that was a lot. So from here, just move your hips a little bit side to side. Good. All right, and then from here, keep your knees really nice and soft. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And then as you exhale, hinge all the way forward. Hands above or below the knees. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And yeah, let's go into down dog here. Yeah, and then you'll come face down here in just a few more moments. Yeah. Good, and then you're gonna come forward into plank and just set your knees down and then just dive all the way down. So stack your hands directly on top of one another, go ahead on top of the step hand, and just wiggle your hips free. Yes. Good, and then slowly, let's come into that recline twist. So you're gonna reach your arms all the way forward, right palm next to your right chest, and slide your right knee towards your chest, and then bring your left side of your head on your left bicep, and then right arm lifts up, and you can kind of circle it, and drop that. Now, whenever you're ready, yeah, settle into this tiny twist. Perfect. And slowly, when you're ready, switch over to the other side. And then, yeah, same thing. The top arm, you can add little movements here at the beginning, and then feel free to settle. And then slowly, as you come back, center, yeah, both legs extend, and feel free to come into either your cobra pose or sphinx pose, just to kind of reopen through the front of your body. Yeah. And then as you exhale, slowly release right back down, and let's come onto your backs when you're ready. Good. So you come onto your backs, feet hip width and parallel. Yeah. Hands are right by your sides, and then we'll just do a couple of bridge flows here. So inhale, you're going to lift your hips, reach your arms all the way up, and then exhale, release right back down. Perfect. So just continue here. Perfect. And then when you're ready, feel free to settle down and come into your bridge pose that you're just going to hold. Yeah. So however way that's comfortable for you, or I would say more stabilizing. I think that's probably a better word for that. And then whenever you're ready, slowly settle right back down. And then just pause right here. Before you bring your knees towards your chest, just keep your hips down. Sorry. Oh, one sound. Okay. And once you're here, yeah, bring your knees in towards your chest and just move a little bit side to side. And start to circle your knees. Yeah, and you can come into happy duty and sit in step or the outside of your feet. And just move a little bit side to side and then slowly start to turn off the light. Again, I apologize for pacing. He's got the hiccups now, so. That always feels really weird. Now, whenever you're ready, again, you can step your feet down. You can move a little bit side to side. If there's any other pose that you're really wanting to do that we didn't get a chance to do, feel free to go into that. Keep your eyes closed. Stretch your little toes and fingers. Take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale out. Now you can reach your arms all the way up overhead. And slowly take your time to rise right back up into the seat. Inhale, shoulders up and back. Just take a deep inhale. Exhale. Find that ease of breath. Hopefully ease of breath. When you're ready, reach your arms out and up. Palms come together. Trace them in line. One more breath in and out. Much love and gratitude. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. That was wonderful.